Well, hello, and here we are at Genos 2, wanting to create a style that suits the movie score style voices that are in here. We've got Desert Adventure as a Yamaha preset already. I thought, well, why not have a go at making one of my own? So I've taken myself into the style creator section, and I've completely wiped everything. It's all starting from a clean slate. And the first thing I've done is gone and had a look and picked up the cinematic percussion voices that now come with Genos 2. And we've got some of these like huge killer. Ooh. Sorry, that cat's just run out the room. Absolutely huge drum sounds. So the thing is, what you need to do is obviously then think of some sort of a rhythmic pattern. So I'm going to go into basic and we're going to make this 4 bars to start. I'm going to show you for why. So I'm starting the rhythm. Don't want it too fast. Dum dum. That sort of speed. Okay. So we're going to back into record and we're going to record. Okay, so now we've got our starting pattern. Let's just make sure that's quantized. Now I want to add some sort of a rhythmic pattern that will keep me in time, because obviously having sort of... I'm just going to put a hi-hat in here. Helps if I actually put the metronome on, so as I've got something to guide to. Right, let's try this. Ding, ding. Right, so now I can hear what's going on quite easily. Just quantize that as well. So I'm going to go back into my rhythm 2, which is where all the sort of hefty stuff is coming from. Right, okay, let's try this. Quantize. Right, that's as much as I'm going to do at this stage. I'm going to put a rhythmic pattern in now for the bass. I want something sort of quite synthified. So I'm going to go into bass and I'm going to... Oh, look, already. We've got this punchy DX voice. I'm going to put some reverb on there. I don't want it too loud because otherwise it's going to drown everything out. So I want to back off the volume. Okay. 3, 4. Right. So that's all good. Now I'm going to go back to basic. And at this point, I'm now going to turn it into an 8 bar. So I'm just going to say, change it from 4 bar to 8 bar rhythmic pattern. Because when it comes to the strings, I don't want the strings to repeat too frequently. Otherwise, it's going to sound very cheesy, very man-made. It's not going to sound great. So I'm going to go now into my strings. I'm going to pick one of these nice... Piccato strings. They are incredibly good. Okay, so nope. That's the one I need. Now the thing you've got to keep in your mind is when you're recording these style parts, although you want a minor, you're thinking, well, with my movie score in my head, I'm thinking minor, but I've got to record as a major 7th. Otherwise, it won't sound right. So So that sort of thing is going to go in. So I'm just going to turn the volume down a tiddle. There we go. And now I'm going to start the rhythm. Okay, quantize. Going to turn the drums down a little bit now. Okay, so now I've got that in. I'm looking for something sort of longer string, like a nice legato. Let's go and see what we've... Oh, in fact, we've got some nice trem strings in page 5. That's the one. You know when you hear what you're looking for. So let's try this. Right, so we've got that in, we've got a nice trem string in the background. I'm going to go for phrase 1, because I know I want a nice octave piano. Lower, there we go, and I want some reverb on there. And I want this to carry through. So if I do this... I'm going to repeat it every 4 bars. 3, 4. Right, that's fine. Now I'm going to... I don't know whether to go anywhere. Put maybe some brass in here. Or brass if you're down south. Let's have a look. I'm just going to put a very gentle brass. Okay, we've got the brass in. So if I just come out of here now without saving, unless I touch a different style, I can actually play this style exactly. Well, that's a perfect string for this. I do want to go up an octave. Drums are a bit too loud for my personal taste. I'm going to take the drums down a tiddle. Let's go to rhythm. Let's back that off. And the bass I'm going to take down a little bit as well. That's more like it. It's incredible the difference that a simple change of volume does to a style when you're actually making one. Because you think, oh, this sounds far too busy, but if you just back things down a little bit, it suddenly becomes playable. If I now come out of here, now in my head, I'm hearing a choir going, oh. So I'm going to put some choir on the left hand because I'm trying to get the overall feel of how it's going to sound when it's done. So let me just go into what am I doing? Oh yeah, I've already done it. Just need to adjust the volume on the lower. There we go. And again, if I want to, I can go. I can change the octave of the horn if I want. Sounding good so far. Well, I think it does. You're probably sitting there going, what a load of tosh this is. But anyway, who cares? I don't. It's not like you're paying for it. Right, so if I go now to variation B, I then can go into assembly and pull up everything from A into B. So I can copy the style content from variation A into variation B so easily. However, Yamaha, if you're watching, one button would be so nice to just say copy everything from A to B, because it is not fun doing this for every variation. Right, okay, so now if I start the rhythm for variation B, it's exactly the same as A. So what I can do now is change things within my variation B. So if I want to add some more epic drum, I could do. Or I could take out that hi-hat and put a nice rock snare in there if I wanted to sort of turn this into a orchestral rock sort of thing. Find a snare. Actually, we could use some of these industrial drum kit. I've not used the industrial kit at all. Great for Queen songs. Ooh, got a leak. What else is in here? Let's have it. Actually, do you know what I'm thinking? I'm again hearing. I spend so much time with this keyboard, I can hear. The Schlager kit is one of the best kits Yamaha have ever made. Now, I'm going to put that in there because it'll be quite a sort of... Now, what have I done wrong? Can you tell me? This is a test. I've done something wrong. Listen. It's looping so quickly because I didn't tell variation B, and this is something else that I'd like Yamaha to seriously look at. When you copy a part over from variation A, why do you make it one bar? It should be the same as the previous bar, at least by default. So now I have to go back in and I have to relink everything from variation A to variation B, because I've changed the length of the style, which means when I actually do come to play it, it will only play the first 4 beats worth. There we go, you see? So let's go back. So let's... I'm going to put too many of these in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Two, 3, 4. There we go. Right, so I'm not having that too loud because it does last. So let me just save this before we go any further, and I'll just call this Movie 2. It's sounding pretty damn good, and I can go and put the horns on and have a little try. And again, bring the choir in on the left hand. Now, one thing I'm going to do, and I'm going to show you, is if I go back into Style Creator, I've got the spiccato strings playing quite sort of low, sort of like cello sort of element. I'm going to put in now some sort of spiccato higher string to contrast against that. So if I go to my page 6, where is all my... Right, let's try that. Okay, just quantize that. Not too loud, because otherwise it's going to sound like the melody and it's going to take everything over. So, and I want to sort of just hear it in the background, but my melody is going to be this nice long string. Just hear it. Now, maybe I want to put some... Right, we've got some sort of modern drum going on as well. Right, let's just save that. Oh, wrong button. Wrong lever. Right, okay, save here. Right, save, yes. So now I've got a modern drum coming in with this symphony orchestra. See how easy it is to do? It just takes a bit of time and a bit of practice. That's all it is. And it always amazes me when I read the sort of comments on forums and sort of people are saying, "Oh, it's rubbish. It doesn't. It does exactly what you need it to do. It just takes your time and you to practice to do this. It's not something that you're just going to sit down and do within minutes. It absolutely isn't. But it's something that you can." I mean, if I want to turn this into like a rock orchestra, I can go into my electric guitar. And it suddenly becomes a completely oh hell, that's a bit loud. Let's take that drum down. Now also, let's just have a quick look at this, because I can hear the drum, the wrong track. Let's go to the right track. I'm just trying to see what reverb is on that kick, and there's no reverb, so let's put some reverb on it. Maybe a bit more reverb on that snare as well, or maybe a different snare. This is the thing I love about this keyboard. It is so easy to change things. The whole design is so simple. I'm not so sure on that one. Or maybe shall I just turn it down a touch and actually detune it? That sounds alright. So as all I've done is just selected the drum, and I've changed the pitch down to minus 1064. In fact, let's have a laugh. 1066. Just for that. There we go. Right, so now if I click save, I've now got a completely bespoke drum sound. I really wish the vocals in Genos, in fact, that's one of my wish lists. Genos 3, I hope the vocals sound more real, not sort of cute little choir boys. I want sort of like backing singers. But not singing da da dee dee dee, all that sort of stuff. I want, in actual fact, I have got in here, I'm going to show you, this is the sort of thing I would like to see. Actual, real sounding vocals. This is an expansion pack that I put together. So this is the sort of thing that I want to... Or maybe an or an ooh. I think ooh. But anyway, you can see how quickly, I mean, it's taken what, the matter of 25 minutes so far to get to this stage to create my own equivalent, my own version, not equivalent. Yamaha, always going to be gold. My own version of a sort of desert sort of storm, sort of backing. And the one thing that actually does stand out and is really quite powerful is that just octave bomb C on the grand piano. It rings really well and it sounds very sort of movie score. So if you do want to have a bash at doing something like this, as I say, the strings are my first choice. Not those strings. Or electric guitar. There's some cracking electric guitar. The solo ace is very good in here as well. And don't forget that snare is something that I've customized. So don't feel if you get a drum sound you think, I don't like that. You can pitch it and it turns it into very different higher or lower sort of sounding snare, tom, whatever you want to change. But editing the drums really does make a world of difference. I'm not going to go any further because I could be here for the next 2 or 3 hours doing this. But I did want to just basically show you, because one of the YouTube members or subscribers that watches the channel asked if I could just give you a quick sort of sneaky peek into how I do this sort of thing. So I hope you found it useful. It's probably gone all over your head and you think, I can't be bothered to do that. Well, please do have a go. It's the only way you're going to have a lot of fun with your keyboard is to sit down and try it. If you've got any questions, by all means, drop a message. If you want to find a lot more out about this, you can always go to the Genos Club, which caters for Genos 1, Genos 2, SX900 and SX920. Go to patreon.com/Genos Club, and there's videos up the yin yang showing you all this sort of thing. And we actually make styles from scratch and show you how to do ending, how to do fill-in. Everything on this keyboard is pretty much covered. There's about 1,000 videos. In fact, there's more. I think it's about 1,200 now videos on there covering everything from using live control, pitch bend, through to actually making your own content and making your own styles. So anyway, I'm going to disappear at this point, but thank you ever so much for watching. It's taken nearly 30 minutes to do this, and I personally think this is one of the most easy to use instruments out there to make your own content on, because it just works. There's no sort of, as you've seen, it's as solid as a rock. No crashing, no glitches, no nothing. And that's what you expect from a well-made product. It shouldn't do that. I've got a couple over there. In fact, that one standing here that is misbehaving, so it's in the corner with a hat on, looking very sorry for itself. But this one, as I keep saying to you, it is absolutely phenomenally good. It's an amazing product, and I do highly recommend, as you well know. So until next time, I will say a fond farewell. Thank you for watching. If you haven't clicked subscribe, please do. I don't know where it is. It's down here somewhere. Click the bell. The bell will give you a notification when there's another video or something of interest to watch. But do click subscribe. It helps me to get this channel seen more. I know everybody says it, and it is true. You know, it does actually help to boost the channel. So it doesn't cost you anything, it just helps. So if you would do that for me, I'd much appreciate it. And until next time, take care of yourself, and thank you ever so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye-bye.